One area of our business where we impact the local communities pretty heavily is the school systems. So we work for school systems all over the northern part of the state of New Jersey. We operate their water systems, their wastewater systems. We do a lot of their permitting and compliance work, and we ensure that the water that the kids drink is clean. We go out and do the sampling to ensure that it's not contaminated. And we also treat the wastewater that's being generated at a lot of these facilities as well before it gets discharged to the environment. So we are supporting the local community through supporting the boards of education and the local school systems.
For the finest in vinyl siding, rain gutters, overhangs, storm and replacement windows, even patios and decks, trust in the experts at Ultimate Siding and Gutters. In addition to being licensed and insured, our technicians are also friendly and courteous, performing hassle-free service and installation at affordable rates. Plus, we provide free estimates for commercial and residential structures. Our entire staff will exceed your expectations. For the ultimate in siding, gutters, and much more, call Ultimate Siding and Gutters today.
One area.
Welcome, everybody. We're a little slow on the draw tonight, but we'll go ahead and get it going. Appreciate you guys joining us here at Simtrax Broadcast, and Patrick here in the booth tonight, and Stella, of course, alongside me. And what a night we've got for the race fans out there just now tuning in. But first, let's go ahead and recap last week. Charlotte Motor Speedway is where we were, and good racing all around at that track. Justice Murphy had some time to shine in the front, as well as James Loveland. But Trevor Earhart has been on a winning streak as of late, collecting another win in the number 21 car. Both Trevor Earhart and Robert Rader have 3 wins this season, tying them for the playoff lead. James Loveland and the Mountain Man, Jeremy Burns, secures podium positions in that race. If you guys remember it, all the different paint schemes were also at the track as it was the throwback editions. Votes were taken out in the chat, and Jeremy Burns won easily by how many people tuned in. As we leave North Carolina, we drive a short distance to Tennessee for our concrete exhibition here tonight, which should be a good one at Nashville Super Speedway. This is definitely this is where those drivers are going to duke it out for the ever so coveted Gibson guitar. Nashville Super Speedway was built back in 2001, making it one of the most more recent tracks to be constructed. Sister of the Dover race. That hosted the Xfinity and the Cup World Truck Series. Tell me a little bit about it here, Stella. You know, how many series do run in this league?
Well, this is a very busy track. This year has been especially busy. They've had 2 NASCAR Cup Series races, 23 Xfinity races, 15 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, and even 8 Indy League races.
Wow, that's a bit of them out there. You know, and seeing kind of what we're taking a look at, some of these pictures here, and the seating out there. You know, I knew one. You know, what is the seating capacity here? Because I heard at one point they needed almost 15,000 temporary seats. So business is obviously booming.
Oh, they've even gone beyond that. They've got 25,000 permanent seats for their race fans, but they can expand this place for certain events up to 150,000.
Wow. All right. Well, that is going to be good so far. We'll kind of recap from some of these guys out here onto the track as these guys are getting wound up for a little bit of pace time. Looks like a few of these guys have gone ahead and gotten some time out there for qualifying, and we're squaring it off here. Not too quick here, but let's go ahead and get straight to it. Racing on the night for tonight, this will be the Be Rich Twitch and SER 200. Keep in mind, if you're looking to follow Brandon Richardson out there, we'll find him in the 29 Toyota. I believe he is top 10 here tonight in qualifying. Check him out on Twitch at that Be Rich, kind of how you see it there. It'll also be in the ticker when we get started there for tonight's race. Also, tonight is a money race. It'll be $20 going to the winner and $20 to a random winner. Kind of a little piece of that. The random driver has to finish the race here tonight. 150 laps, stage break at 45, 5 sets of tires, and no fast repairs. definitely a good one to watch out for on this. Immediately as we get going, Robert Rader, no surprise here, starting out on the pole. Grant Thorpe is probably one looking to win here, as he's won here once before. James Levelin starting in third, Justice Murphy in fourth, Tay McDonald fifth, and Scott Negus in sixth. Caleb Gilbert starting seventh, Trevor Earhart in eighth, Brandon Richardson ninth, Nick Alves. So rounding out our top 10 here, Logan Romney and Michael Bennett, 11 and 12th. Let's rotate to the far back of the field here. Kind of Berube starting 13th, Jacob Sirkovich 14th, Kevin Orlando 15th. So I know Kevin Orlando kind of looking to turn around some of that luck here, as he's going to have to battle his way back toward the front. Parker Johnston 16th, John Fike 17th, David Buell in 18th. Chad Lancaster 19th, Travis Gilbert 20th, Jeremy Burns in 21st. Rowdy Richardson or Tony, either way, in 22nd, and Adam Bowden starting 23rd, who I am not seeing out here tonight, who is off restriction so far from a few incidents earlier in the season. Ray Lane. He was actually supposed to be out here tonight, but do not see him at this point. Trying to see if we can get him out onto the track. Right now, I think these guys are getting ready. Having no harm, no foul. They seem to be kind of squaring this one away. Looking good at this point. So far, everybody out in the Racing Revolution making sure we are A-OK so far. Guys, if you bear with me, I know Facebook is down once again. Restream and Meta doing their best. I guess, if you're a janitor, it's the best,
It's just out to ruin your day.
Yeah, well, definitely it is a definite hiccup. I know we start a lot earlier, but I am well prepped. I am here almost 4 hours before production, and it decides to go ahead and blink out on me 10 minutes before we go live, which to me is absolutely ridiculous. So if you're a Restream person out there fighting around with OBS, you feel my pain. But really out there, guys, up there in the chat, I'll still be able to see you. We will share our YouTube link out there on Facebook, so you guys can still tune in. That way you guys aren't lost out there in the network. Hopefully Facebook will kind of open its eyes one of these days and get out of the Oculus and more onto the social media stream that they should be. Robert Rader, Grant Thorpe starting in the front row. We're going to wait for Barney to get this one, get us started here. I'm excited to see what kind of driving skill we have out here. Like I said, Grant Thorpe we're running the Tennessee car in Tennessee as we get started for the Be Rich SCR 200 here at Nashville. Good racing by a lot of these drivers. I think you're going to find a couple of these, there are a few bumps out there on the track. A little of these guys are nervous about hitting at this point. Justice Murphy back in the All About Bugs number 12 car. Looking good so far. Grant Thorpe back in the orange Tennessee. Interesting to see he's not running the old blackout edition. I think, Stella, it's been a little while since we've seen these guys back in their old paint schemes. I know we had a Halloween scheme and then we had a throwback scheme, so it's kind of different to see what is going on out there so far.
Well, I'm doing my best watching, because tonight I'm watching on my phone until I can get a live feed. But seems like all kinds of computer problems are having trouble out there. But I do see Grant Thorpe in his Tennessee. I can't miss him, even on the small screen.
Yeah, I think he's still battling that Dollar General red numbers, but he's going ahead and sticking with him. Let's rotate back here to Trevor Earhart as he's fighting on the bottom side of Brandon Richardson here. Seems to be going around just fine. And I think you and I also were there at the Bikes for Tykes charity run as well, and we saw them in trucks, so even more of a shuffle up there of everybody trying to figure out who everybody is out there, especially in the paint schemes. But Trevor Earhart seems to have it going on here so far in his number 21 car.
Yeah, it's not unusual to see Trevor Earhart up front, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, definitely. He's there he goes. He just battled back toward the front. He's got the inside here of Justice Murphy. It looks like he's trying to take that peak there toward the bottom. We'll see if anything ends up happening here so far. And one thing to keep in mind here, Stella, is a big turnout from what a lot of things going on here is tire wear. And tire wear is going to be a huge factor at this point, kind of what we need to kind of be paying attention to and where these guys are going to be out there on the track. And really kind of push around and see what is the best option.
Feed. I'm a happy camper now.
Alrighty, yep. And we're kind of getting around. Like I said, the technical difficulties just continue. But we'll go ahead and get back here out there in the chat. Cody Lancaster, where's the guy who spun everyone out last time? Oh man, go ahead, dude. Who are you talking about? We got spin outs every week, and it's no rhyme or reason for who or why. A lot of these guys already getting locked in to the playoffs here so far. I know Alex Brube being one of them. He won that there at Pocono. He secured himself a spot. So a few of these other guys are just starting to run out of time here, as they got to really keep battling toward the front. Low car count here tonight, only about 23 drivers. I'm hoping a few more guys may show up. Let's see, probably about next week, I would assume. But funny thing, next week we are off, so everybody can go enjoy Thanksgiving, and then and we'll be back to let it rip the following week after that.
We're in Iowa the following week after that at the Echo Electric 200.
Yeah, and that's going to be to me, Iowa's a very rough track. That thing is definitely bouncy, and a lot of guys have a lot of trouble getting around that track just because it's not favorable. You get around there and it starts hopping and bouncing around and everything else. All right, Sonny Poston out there. Go Burns, happy birthday, man. All right. It looks like the number 9 out there has a birthday today right now. Jeremy Burns not feeling so hot here in the front. Or actually, he's here toward the back. Actually behind Jacob Sirkovich, who's in the 18 car sitting 18th. And Kevin Orlando's fallen back about 6 places here so far, back to 21st. Definitely not very well for him on this track. I was kind of peeking an eye on him before in practice, and he says he doesn't feel confident at all here at this track. Definitely a lot of battles here for Kevin Orlando, seeing if he can push his way around here. And it's kind of hard, Stella. You can't really force the car to do what you want it to do, but you could, you can try. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can give it a shot, but it's just hard charging up front, and you got to make the best with what you got.
Oh yeah, I think we're both doing that tonight.
Yeah, for certain. As we get going on here, let me see if we can do a little something different here, and we'll try that.
Blended.
Yep. Man, it's just non-stop here. All right, well, Grant Thorpe has taken the lead here so far from Robert Rader. Rader's going to fall in behind that 77 machine and see if he can battle his way here toward the front. James Loveland sitting 3rd, Tay McDonald in 4th, and Caleb Gilbert still rocking the throwback scheme. Oh, man, Tay McDonald, huge lick to the wall. Heading down this front stretch there. That is going to definitely cost him at this point. We'll keep an eye here on Tay McDonald. I don't know if he's got a good bit of damage there. That may cost him at this point. So a lot of things to take into account here. You see Trevor Earhart trying to see if he can find a route through here. As Brandon Richardson, oh man, touches Caleb Caleb.
He's touching everybody.
Yeah, Caleb definitely has. He's got his internet fixed at this point. Now would be a bad time to blink. So right now he's staying alive at this point. Trevor Earhart had the fastest time in practice of a 30.319. Justice Murphy actually sat pole at practice yesterday with a 30.3, but was not able to secure the pole here tonight. And Grant Thorpe has won before, like I said, already here at Nashville. So these are a couple of those guys that you really want to highlight out here, who may or may not be here toward the front. But I want to point out somebody else here, Stella. Scott Negus here in the 39 is
missed
right,
him a week ago.
Right, he's sitting up here about in the top 5 here so far, holding out his own. Now I don't know if Justice and Tay may kind of battle it out and kind of put things aside and allow them to continue pushing forward. But they're getting, a lot of cars. I think what I'm trying to say is a lot of cars we don't normally see toward the front are actually making a huge strides today. Scott Negus in the 39 being one of them, and Tay McDonald here being the other. We've seen Tay McDonald lead a few laps, and I think that's just because different guys are pitting. But right now he's sitting in 7th position. I just don't know if that lick on that right front it caused him a lot of fallback here.
Well, with his touching the wall and Caleb Gilbert touching everybody else, I think we may have some aerodynamic issues. Do you think we can take a peek?
We can give it a shot here. Let me see if I can take a look at Tay McDonald because he is seeming to kind of fall off here just a little bit. Try to see if we can get kind of a... everything looks okay. I don't see any damage there on the right front of his car.
Ooh, we got people using the apron tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're definitely going to see that kind of in the shape that the track is. I'll kind of see if I can pull up the track at this point.
Is
and
that
way you
that
kind of
D
see.
shape that
Yeah.
causes that so much?
Yeah, so you're going to actually see him kind of cut where that start-finish line is right there as we get around the track. So definitely a good clump of cars here. John Fike actually in the back of it, kind of watching it happen. The guy back there, I believe David Buell back there in the 52 machine. These guys, I'm kind of watching them slice and dice it here, kind of who's going to continue battling. But battle for second place is just kind of finished at this point as James Loveland takes second place. Going back toward the front right now. Debbie Smith, Sean Lattin, happy birthday, Burns. So we'll see if Jeremy Burns can kind of turn it around here. These guys still battling here toward the front, but we still got them battling here. Scott Negus has now been caught up to. Oh, there it is.
Oh, no.
Hold on, Trevor.
Oh, no, Trevor.
Oh, the field. Bam.
No,
Tay
there it
McDonald,
is.
there's Bennett.
Hmm.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Do you have a ticker by any chance? Ah.
Alrighty, and we're going to go back to the replay here and kind of see what in the world is going on with this one. Well, we definitely saw Justice Murphy get on the inside of Trevor Earhart. Don't know who kind of came down into who on this one, but we'll see if we get another angle of what is happening here from the top side. Yeah, it looks like Justice almost gets a crossover on him here. But definitely touch. Let me see if I can roll this back and see if we can get us another angle here. And yeah, I think what happened here is just he had so much fresh air, it finally opened up for him, and then it just got Trevor Earhart all out of sorts.
My.
Yeah, already starting with the first caution here so far. Definitely not where you want to be out there right at this point. Coming down so early in the race, only about 20 laps into this thing. Hopefully, drivers like Trevor Earhart are able to survive this one. I think he may have had to tow at this point. I'm seeing he's been in pit for about a minute or so here.
Yeah, well, with only 5 tires tonight, and 200 laps, we're going to be seeing some strategies in the pits, I assume.
Yes, yeah, we're going to be kind of seeing different angles that these guys can go, trying to get around their kind of their best angle at this point. Really where to go. I'm kind of running out of ideas at this point. I'm just fighting the technical difficulties as we go. I'm sorry. It's just I'm battling this something fierce here, ladies and gentlemen. It's something else to try to give you the best I got here.
It's good. You're out there on YouTube, and I'm seeing you on 2 different screens now, just to make sure everything is still rocking and rolling. So you're doing about as good as Trevor right now.
Yeah. Well, right now, Tay McDonald, Buell, and Earhart are still down pit road at this point. Buell is still down here as well. He may have suffered some damage. And Tay McDonald, we saw that, kind of really rear-ended him there. Who I want to see is actually the 14 of Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett kind of hammered him right there right as everything started slowing down. Nothing too bad.
Hey, we have a birthday boy today.
Oof. Good bit of damage there. Yeah, we got Jeremy Burns.
Yeah. Outstanding. Sorry, I'm behind something fierce. You're behind. Let's stop talking about behinds.
Yeah. All right, getting back to it here. Chad Lancaster in the 22. Pretty slick paint job he's rocking there tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's looking pretty slick.
Land and Sea NSB. I think that's what it says. .com?
I think so.
Very cool.
Pace car is off. Grant Thorpe, James Loveland, Justice Murphy, and Robert Rader starting out our first couple of rows here. Nicky Howell's finally getting a shot here. Another top 5 area for him as we're going to go ahead and get taken off here. Back underway. Look at Grant Thorpe. What an excellent restart from him here so far. James Loveland about to get in some dangerous territory at this point. Boy, that's close. These guys actually putting on a great show here for us, guys. I want to kind of rotate a little bit back here toward around that Caleb Gilbert area, who seems to be kind of duking it out here with John Fike. John Fike getting a lucky break there during that wreck. He slid himself up 10 positions, now into the 7th.
That's what I was just thinking. He made a half a field jump in that caution break.
Yes, he did. And we see Jeremy Burns also slicing around there toward the back. He's up 8 positions into the 13.
Oh, we've got a blinker.
Oh, Richardson. Yeah, Richardson gets a little loose there, makes contact with Logan Romney. We got Travis Gilbert, and actually in the 341 Ford. He's actually returning back here tonight. Good to see him. He's kind of been out for a little while, but he has returned, and he's back on the track. Yeah, Nashville Super Speedway brings some different kind of racing here.
It does. It is all concrete. This is the largest NASCAR, what do they call it? Concrete only track.
Huh. All right, well, we are going to see. Actually, I want to keep an eye. If they pit back on lap 20, their fuel window lasts about 30 to 35 laps is kind of the roundabout range where these guys are going to have to pit and where they're not going to have to pit. So right now I'm assuming everybody has topped off. Seeing the pit times, it looked like even a set of tires got thrown on for most of these guys so far. And we'll kind of see if any kind of fall off happens here so far. Right now I've got everybody doing great. You know, it wasn't much fall off there with only 20 laps in, but it seems to be kind of mellowing itself out as Jeremy Burns rotates up to the 12th position. John Fike up now 11 positions, and right now he's got Parker Johnson all over the backside of his vehicle. Woo! Parker Johnson backs up the corner there. Caleb Gilbert checks up, and the 48 takes off again. I believe we have a battle here for the lead. Grant Thorpe on the outside, Rader toward the bottom. Hopefully these guys don't connect like they did at Dover. Because I definitely wouldn't want to see the front two guys kind of wreck each other out here. Wow! See how tight those cars are getting right there at the wall. That is going to be something to keep an eye on between 3 and 4, especially on the exit of 4. That outside wall is going to really come up and bite some of these guys. You see a quick little shot there by Rader on the inside of Grant Thorpe. Grant Thorpe goes and works his way around. Rader losing a little bit of time here. Now Loveland's now going to take it around the outside. Gets that fresh air for just a moment. Walks right around the Chapman Environmental Services Ford and gets his way back toward the front. So Grant Thorpe, Loveland, and Rader so far in the lead for podium positions here. But Justice Murphy taking a peek on that outside. I wouldn't want to count anybody out, especially Alex Berube. I'm watching him there in that 19 Toyota, and to see if he's really going to kind of turn it on here and see if he's got anything for us.
Nothing wrong with turn it on, just don't turn it in.
All right, and we're taking a look here at Alex Berube, not in the VR here tonight. As he seems to be pedaling around. I always kind of looking at people's rig and looking at the concentration, kind of the guy in the car. You know, it gives us a nice little peek of what he's got going on here so far. But as he's driving here, you see him taking a look here at John Fike getting that aerodynamic down toward the bottom, and now it's changing the way he's having to drive here.
Oh, and we have a pass.
Yes, we do. Oh, man. Definitely kind of squeezing it here. Let's get back to the outside as Berube is looking toward the inside of Rader. Rader, something's going on with his vehicle right now because he is kind of really slowing down at this point. He's got a lot of trouble right now. One of the slower guys on the track.
Yeah, suddenly even Justice Murphy has gone past him right after the Loveland swoop.
Yeah, 31:10 is what he ran last lap. Looking pretty ugly here at this point. 31.9. Pretty comparable to everybody else for his speed and his position at this point. Parker Johnston now toward the outside. Caleb Gilbert going to slice toward the bottom. These two guys seeing if they can fight it out here down the back stretch. Man,
Yeah, I'm figuring we can expect a 2-second fall off, during the course of the pits. I guess that 30 round fuel tanks worth. But I mean, we were starting with a 30.3 for fast laps and qualifyings.
Yes. Yeah, that was qualifying. I don't know if the temperature change here tonight is playing a little bit up on these guys. Let's take a little look at that weather again. 90 degrees out there in the air temperature, but 112 on the track. So fast to tack up, fast to wear off. So that's what we're dealing with here at this point, as Raiders seem to break away from Berube at this point, and seem to kind of get that separation that he needed to be a little more comfortable. So Raider now chasing down Justice Murphy, and Justice Murphy not having too much Raider in the wall. No, we talk a lot about Rob out here, but man, he is having a heck of a time trying to get around the track here in that 53 machine. But it looks like Loveland taking an eyeball on the inside here of Grant Thorpe. Grant Thorpe fighting on the outside. He was fighting on the outside of Robert Raider earlier as well, but Grant Thorpe stuck it out.
And
there
he will
it is.
here too.
But he may have to let up just a little bit as he comes toward the outside. Toward the top we go. Michelin Chopper View's getting us a good angle here so we can see some distance. James Loveland closes in the gap. Justice Murphy gets a good slide through that turn as these two battle side by side. This allows the 12 Chevrolet to catch up to the other two Chevrolets in front of him.
Yeah, it looks like Chevys are controlling this race.
That they are. Definitely drive by all these guys here on the track. Looking good as Loveland has gotten the lead at this point. Down toward the bottom, Grant, Loveland, back and forth, fighting their way around the track here. Really, this has been a good battle here for about 3 laps so far. As these guys
is a horse race.
Yeah, that it is. Grant Thorpe seems to have that exiting line here. Snugs down close toward him, not to give up too much ground. But Justice Murphy's going to have to make a decision. He's going to be the one who's going to push one of these drivers around. He's got to pick who.
So what's our teammate situation here?
That is a good question, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Justice Murphy is teammates with Grant Thorpe for the BDE Motorsports.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You traitor, you.
Yeah, so Tire Slane Racing is where James Loveland lies, and that's with Earhart and Parker Johnston. He's separated a little bit by those guys. Seeing Parker Johnston is all the way back in 16th position. Trevor Earhart may be totaled out of the race here.
I noticed that he and Buell have been in the pits for quite some time.
Yeah, Trevor Earhart is out onto the track. He's still alive, and Buell is out here, but these guys are many, many laps down. Earhart down about 18 laps. So it looks like Earhart's winning streak will come to an end here, unfortunately. I know out there, Terry, not looking good for Trevor here, but he's still got a heck of a battle on his hands. Battle starting to heat up now between Raider and Loveland. Looks like Raider tried to drop down there toward the bottom of the 0-2 car and trying to wedge a Ford here into the top 3.
Yeah, Sean Lattin's out there in the chat. He's expecting to see Rob on the podium tonight.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to see, because I just don't know at this point right now how that mid-run was looking. It was looking kind of ugly. You know, these guys did pit back on lap 18. And it looked like right around that, that 30-32 mark, it was getting uglier and uglier. And he's losing a lot of speed, just kind of wonder if he's fading off a little bit there. Ooh, man, as Alex Berube almost makes contact. As Raider is trying to back up this turn here. He's got about a fender here on Loveland. But he's going to stay with it.
Oh, is that Caleb Gilbert right behind Berube?
Yes, it is.
Because here we have the 1, 2, 3 of those. Again, I do not want to see a repeat of that race.
Yes. Come on. Let's flex that memory. You remember what race that was?
No pinballs. No.
Tricky Triangle, Pocono.
spoken.
Yep.
Ah,
We had
yes.
Berube on the inside, Raider in the middle, and Caleb Gilbert on the outside on the last lap, turn 3. Caleb Gilbert with a little blink there and ended up putting Raider into his door. And Berube sent it in there. But yeah, it was a gutsy move. I mean, if you think
Oh,
the Ross
my.
Chastain move was rough, you should have seen Berube.
Yeah.
But he secured himself into the playoffs here. And I definitely want to know, during that survey they had at the beginning of the season, kind of who, if anybody picked Berube making that top 12, seeing him being a new driver here.
He is. This is a rookie season for this league. Oh, we've got somebody really low.
Yeah, it looks like Adam Bowden may have come in down here toward the bottom. Right now he's hanging out in the 21st position. I don't know if he's a little slower. We got a problem here.
Yeah, he's a lap down, it shows on the ticker, but maybe he was just getting out of the way.
Yeah, I'm trying. It looks like he is starting to pick speed back up. May have just been getting out of the way and not wanting to cause any trouble. I don't blame him for that. Battle for the lead here. Justice Murphy on the inside of Grant Thorpe, and he's got him. Right now, Justice Murphy making it happen here so far. Let's take a look here at Justice Murphy.
Well, that's a new leader for tonight.
Yes, it is. Justice Murphy in the 12 Chevrolet. Oh, Grant Thorpe into the wall. And that's kind of what we've been warned about. That turn 4, he caught it. So 2 teammates right now battling for the lead, and Justice Murphy has it at this point. Grant seems to be all out of sorts getting through to this race. This is not looking good. Grant Thorpe led early. Raider into the wall. Good Lord. Yeah, we got a few guys kind of kissing it off the wall here, and that's not what you want to see. And I think that was Bowden all the way there toward the back, second to last, and he clipped the wall as well. But right now, Justice Murphy, our race leader, taking off.
They've got to be hoping for that stage break at 45 because somebody needs new tires.
Oh,
and there we
speaking
got
of
a
which,
grass
we got
cutter.
somebody here toward the back. Richardson is into the grass, and that may bring out a caution here. No, it did not.
Okay. It was a single car, I guess, and he was in the grass.
Wow. That was amazing. I didn't see that one happen. Kind of rotating it back here, trying to take a look at what happened. Yeah, we may rotate to that in a little while here. I want to stick here with the 29 as we're coming up to the stage win here. This is going to go ahead and put Justice Murphy actually with a playoff point going in with the stage win. So right now, as long as he can stay clean, everything will be A-okay for him. But the tires are starting to set in, and really, Stella, I would say, kind of getting some of the stats out here saying, Justice Murphy may go ahead and have it and win it here tonight, with a pole position. I got to admit, I didn't really, I didn't see him kind of coming away possibly with being the fastest car or win here tonight. But right now, that 12 car is hanging out there pretty good.
He is. He seems to be passing at will. So that is all you can expect of a car.
Yeah, definitely starting in the top 5. Oh, man. You see him trying to squeeze that last little bit for that stage win here. And that is going to go ahead and give him another piece.
And our caution is out.
Yes, it is. There we go. Stage winner at this point.
So speaking of speed on this track, I can give you a few stats if you feel like.
Go ahead. Hit me with something.
All right. In the Cup Series now, mind you, qualifying lap, the fastest one was 161.992 miles per hour by a Ford, and that was back in June. That equates to a 29.557 lap time. So that gives you an idea. These guys are running 30s. He blew it away, but with a 29, and that was by Eric Almirola. So now, of course, the fastest race was Kyle Larson in his Chevy at 113 miles an hour. Same day, mind you.
Yeah. Man, I know. I thought Nashville kind of went on a hiatus for a little while.
They did. They had about a 10-year gap between the time Dover Motorsports said, NASCAR, we're not going to ask for any dates next season. And everybody was all up in arms. But then they put it up for sale. Two companies went to buy it. Things fell through. One of them even had to pay like almost $3 million in what did they call that? The honest money, the earnest money. But somehow, all of a sudden, they said, I think we'll take dates back for 21. And they ran in March of 21, and boom, amazingly, NASCAR came along and bought them in November of that year.
Yeah, this is definitely a track you don't want to kind of see go by the wayside here. Grant had to be kind of quick off the pit exit there. Definitely a shot for the end. Taking a look here, Justice Murphy looks like he wins the battle off pit road. Grant Thorpe in second, James Love in third, Alves fourth, and Robert Rader back to the fifth position. Caleb Gilbert ends up in sixth, Logan Romney seventh, Kevin Orlando up to eighth, Travis Gilbert in the 341 Ford now in ninth, and John Fike rounding out our top 10 here. As we're taking a look at our stage winner of Justice Murphy, seeming to get it done here so far. I want to see if we can have a little chat here with Justice Murphy. Let me see if we can bring him on down here. There we go. Hopefully you can hear us. Justice Murphy, you got a copy on me here, bud?
I got a copy, buddy.
All right, dude. Stage win here, man. It's another playoff point. How confident you feeling with the win?
Oh, I'd like to see it happen, man. I do feel bad in that first stage that yellow flag was my fault. I wrecked Trevor, so I guess a little maybe payback is what some people might say.
Yeah, I think.
No.
I think there was a previous race where the number 12 got turned around, and I think I don't know if that was retribution, kind of giving it right back. But Justice, for the rest of the race coming up here, bud, what are things you're noticing out there on the track that are kind of getting ugly out there?
Man, if you're inside of somebody coming off four, if they get tight going up there, it's hard to get back on the throttle yourself. So keep that in mind going forward. That battle off 3 and 4, this will be a track position battle. Looks like everybody's kind of burning the right front up, so we'll see who can hold on the longest.
What is the best line to run here, especially on a restart? You taking the inside or outside?
I'll be taking the inside. Really, it's an inside dominant track. If you can get to the bottom, it's hard for anybody to get by you.
Okay. Well, we definitely saw a battle up there with Grant Thorpe and Robert Rader, and Grant Thorpe held him off, but Rader, I think, may have, like you said, burned that right front up as we see him rotating back. Still top 5, but man, not something you see usual out of your pole sitter.
No, they got up there and got to battling, and I kind of just sat behind Loveland and knew, hey, I can just save it, kind of be back here. Then I kind of got my nose underneath Loveland 3 wide with Grant, let Grant get out there. I also got by Loveland, and then it was just kind of taking advantage of the fact that he had battled with Rob for so long. So he got stuck up on the outside, and that really eats him up. So it was, I felt like I had a good chance once I got to second right behind Grant, and it was just about holding him off.
Alrighty, well, hopefully we see the All About Bugs Chevy number 12 car come in today, bud. You want to give me a shout-out while you're up here?
Yeah, shout out to you guys, great broadcast. Shout out to our sponsors, Chapman Environmentals, Ultimate Siding Guttering, all the race sponsors today. It's Be Rich's Twitch and the SER Racing. So let's get out of here and make a good show for them.
All right, Justice Murphy, good luck to you, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Patty.
Patty, this guy got me again. Man, I got. Oh boy! All right, Justice Murphy here taking home the stage win so far. Seemed to get it squared away. Let's get us back live onto the track where Justice Murphy is in the front. SCR Racing, Stanley Everett Racing, and the Be Rich. So when you see kind of that caution sign come away from the top left of your screen, that's where you'll be able to find Brandon Richardson. Type it in just the way you see it, the B_Rich, and that'll be all caps with 3 H's, and that's where you can find Brandon Richardson. You can actually see him in his rig all the time while he is racing as well. Justice Murphy getting taken off here on a new restart. And it is going to be to the end here, Stella. We'll have 100 laps, really, I think probably untouched. There will be no stages here so far. And you've got to assume, with one caution and this one, we've got already 2 sets of tires gone out of the 5. So really, how do you meter it from here on out with fuel stops being about 30 or so laps?
Yeah, well, you're hoping somebody makes a caution or you team up with a very large clump of people. Take a look, though, at number 4. Nick Alves has worked his way up here.
Yeah, Nick Alves in the 24 machine, definitely making it happen, but he's got Robert Rader looking down toward the bottom now in that 53 machine, but right now it looks like the entire 4-Star Motorsports has caught up to each other. That being Caleb Gilbert, Kevin Orlando, Nick Alves, and Rader. So the
Well,
entire
there's a good team for jumping in the pits together.
Well, 4, 5, 6, and 7 right now, all on the same team, starting to try to spread it out here a little bit. And teammates up front, Grant Thorpe and Justice Murphy. But Justice went ahead. We didn't cover it, but Justice Murphy kind of let Grant Thorpe go on by, and he's going to play the same game. Kind of let Grant Thorpe kind of burn it up here and let see if Murphy can kind of reel him in. But we're hanging back here with Nick Alves, seeming to know what's going on. Fike there toward the back, definitely giving a lot of problems there. It looks like Logan Romney in the 11. Looks pretty good with Nick Alves representing the Coastal Financial, not just on his car, but on him as well. Hat and the hoodie. Not too shabby. Yeah, no,
Product
so far, right now,
placement.
Nick Alves sitting here in top 5. Per points, this is really good for Nick Alves. Right now, playoff contentions are getting tight. It's... how would I say it? It's going to be a lot of pushing and shoving at this point to try to secure more points to get into the playoffs unless these guys get a win. If Grant Thorpe gets a win, he'll be pretty close here, but Grant Thorpe kind of needs it. Nick Alves needs it. Richardson, Justice Murphy needs it. Alex Kenton needs it. I mean, these guys are just so close. And the race is just tightening up closer and closer and closer. And they don't have a lot of time here, Stella. We got a lot of different things on the schedule here tonight. As we take an off week, they have 4 weeks to figure it out.
That's what I was going to ask you, is how many more before the playoffs begin?
Well, we'll have an off week for the 23rd race. November 30th will be at Iowa. Then the 7th of December will be at the Daytona Roval. And that's going to be a rough one for any of those road racers. They'll finally have another opening to get it in there. If Justice Murphy doesn't get this one, I would probably elect him to having a heck of a shot. Jeremy Burns, Trevor Earhart, your road racing guys that, just are absolutely know exactly where they need to be and when.
They're champing at the bit on that one.
On that one, right. You'll have Homestead after that for the Earhart 200, and then we'll have Daytona, the Last Chance 200, brought to you by Chapman on the 21st of December, close to Christmas. And then we'll have 2 weeks off, and then we start the playoffs. So that is going to be pretty tight. Some of these guys realize we're starting to run out of time, so 5th to last race here, race has got to start being won. These are, you're running out of time. So far locked in, Rader, Earhart, Berube, Loveland, Gilbert, Burns, and Parker Johnston.
Okay.
In the chase is Murphy, Thorpe, Orlando, Alves, and Richardson. So.
And what makes them in the chase?
Right now
they've not won, but they have points?
Yes, and right now they qualify for top 12.
Ah, okay.
So, on the outside, Kenton, Sommer, McDonald, and Wreckage. Right now sitting 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. Haven't seen Peyton Presley in a good while, and I think Peyton Presley, if doesn't show up here pretty soon, may be out of it, sitting back there in that 17th position.
And Wreckage is not here tonight.
No, he is not. Which is a little unfortunate, but hopefully we'll see him back out here. Right now, Brandon Richardson here in the 29 machine, kind of hoping he's kind of able to turn some of his luck around and get back toward the front. We're going to need him. There we go. Brandon Richardson's camera is working. As you can see behind him there, that is exactly how you see it on the sign behind him, Be Rich, so you can find him on Twitch. And that way you can actually see from his cockpit and his overlays and kind of see what he is able to use. Rather than kind of what I'm able to show you here.
We've been getting a lot of accordion effects out there.
Yeah, everybody kind of backing up the turns a little bit, and that's where people are braking a little earlier, trying to see if they can push their way around the turn. So you'll kind of get this angle is what you'll see from Brandon Richardson here. Is kind of what you'll see on his Twitch.
So somebody lets off, like that.
Yep.
And... Okay.
So what you see actually here, Stella, is these guys are kind of backing it up just a little bit, and allowing the car to roll into the turn, and some of these guys are not allowing it to roll in as much. And with them, not letting it roll in so far, that's where you see in the accordion somebody having to back up, somebody speeding off, and it's just different braking points that these guys are taking, and it's kind of playing up here. But we got a battle here on the outside. Chad Lancaster on the outside may fall here to, little shot there to Jeremy Burns there on the 9. Chad Lancaster, not happy about that. Oh boy, man, he is having a heck of a time out there trying to battle it down. Getting going so far.
There we go. Who have we got on camera?
We've got Chad Lancaster on camera here tonight in the number 22 Ford, seeing if he can battle his way around here. Unfortunately, Chad is back here in the 20th position. He's down only one position from where he started, but we got a lot of race to go. And I definitely expect to see that 22 sitting somewhere about that 12th area. But you can just see kind of keeping an eye on his wheel. And you see how he's kind of fighting that car around. That right front tire may be giving him a lot of trouble here as he's getting around the track.
All right. Well, looks like pit-wise, I mean, everybody's been almost 20 laps.
Yes, last time we pit was lap 47.
Okay.
So it's starting to stretch out here a little bit. 10 laps and we'll be right in that fuel window here as we're taking a look at Chad Lancaster. Let's rotate up to actually Tay McDonald, who ended up passing him. And see if we can catch on to Tay McDonald, I believe the number 73 Echo Fasteners car. And Tay McDonald getting it done here. But you see the difference in the wheel. See how nice and smooth he's getting around the turn here? Now, we did see him kiss it off the wall earlier in the race, and I thought he was going to have a heck of a lot of problems. Right now, he's 11 spots down from where he qualified. So, definitely having some trouble here, and I just don't know if it may be different track conditions. It's kind of heating up different. But you see how he's not really fighting the wheel around. He's just nice and easy through the turns. And it's nothing against Lancaster. He may have been battling it out with somebody and ended up falling victim to kind of how Justice Murphy and Grant Thorpe went at it. Those two guys, it was so close, and then you just kind of nix each other, and the tires get burned off.
So it's not the size of the wheel, it's the condition of the car.
Right.
That makes that jitter on the steering wheel.
Right, or the amount of force feedback that these guys have kind of dialed it in here. But we're taking a look here at Justice Murphy, trying to take a peek. And you see how Justice Murphy, you see how he kind of rides a little higher in that turn? He's trying to get a little more fresh air to the front nose of that race car here and get his way around the track. But we got a caution out. And we kind of see who kind of got caught up in this one. I believe Kevin Orlando might be in some trouble here. I think that car is still mobile.
Was it just him?
Yeah, we'll see. Seeing that all 4 tires are facing the same direction, that's good news.
Yeah, no toe and no toe link.
Right. Alrighty, let me see if we can find something here of kind of what undid here for Mr. Kevin Orlando. I do believe it was not on his own, though, but let's take a peek. From the top view, of course, let's try to take a little look here. 27 on the top. Whoa, Logan Romney sends it in. Catches him on the bottom end here and does Kevin Orlando. Oof. Another
Gets
shot.
him again.
All right, watch out, Travis. Behind him, 48 of Parker Johnson. Oh, Michael Bennett. Oh, Parker got caught anyway. And there's Richardson down toward the top. Look at Earhart.
Run away.
What a job. What a job. Look at this. That's where the streaks come from. Earhart loses control and slides into the grass. Oh, man, and saves the race car. There we go. That's the Pocono stop. That's what I call it. For last year, he came to a screeching stop after a connection with Ted Rekich, and he brought it within inches of the wall. So definitely not good. Parker Johnston here definitely catching a good bit, and at least with that little lick there, he survived. Let's take a look here, Parker Johnston angle. Yeah, and that's kind of what you want to do is when you see the 27 kind of sliding toward the inside, you aim for the rear of the car. But when the 27 snaps back, you can't blame Parker Johnston at all for that. I mean, there's nowhere to go. Scott Negus squeaks right underneath here.
Did Earhart get
Earhart's
in the
back.
I see that, but just kept going sideways. I'll be darned.
Yep. Yeah, he ended up getting turned around here.
Yeah, I was watching him right behind. He did well to check up. He did well to, and then just all of a sudden it was like grease spot.
Yeah. We're gonna see if I can kind of take an eyeball here at what happens. All right, let's see if we go through this a couple different angles here. Good move, yeah, and just the car's just slicked up here, and you see him fighting the wheel, trying to stay on the track. There's just nothing left.
Oh, yep. Nice.
Excellent. Yeah, good wreck avoidance there by Trevor Earhart. Just couldn't avoid the big one there toward the beginning. Let's go ahead and get us back live here. Kevin Orlando heading down pit at this point. I'm assuming everybody's got a pit to kind of square this one up. Justice Murphy still in the front here with Grant Thorpe. Right now, both these guys have pit. I don't see a soul out there to not get tires at the same time.
Okay, looks like Caleb Gilbert has moved up to third. Fike is in fourth. And Berube is all the way up in sixth again. He was down at 10th before all this.
Yes. Yeah, definitely a kind of good mix-up of cars here, kind of trying to figure out where they need to go and where they need to be. I think this may put Kevin Orlando down a lap here. Because he's going to be exiting here really close to that, to the pile of cars here. And I just don't know. See the 77 and the 12, that's where he needs to squeak out. So we'll see if he makes it right before pit here.
Because now he has to go fast, 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 fast.
Yeah.
Go,
now,
go, go,
now
go.
from an iRacing standpoint and where he is, not good. Not by any means here. If he'll still get an end of the line penalty if that's where he did, but he's end of the line anyway at this point. Who I do want to point out here is actually Jeremy Burns.
Is now down 2 laps.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here with the number 9. He may have had a heck of a problem out there, but oh boy.
How long was his pit stop? Did he get some damage fixed?
His pit stop was less than 12 seconds.
Oh, no then.
Yeah, so I don't know quite what happened. He has pit 3 times just like everybody else. So I don't know if he ended up spinning out or getting in some trouble there earlier on in the race. Hopefully we'll be able to see him get kind of squared away here and be able to fix whatever he's got going on.
He's sitting there texting.
Yeah, I know. He's bad about that.
These guys are so amazing that they can drive. Whoa, no, not drive and text. I do not want to say that. But I don't know. I guess it's just I've tried this and I suck. And it's just amazing how they can do it so nonchalantly.
Yep. All right, we're kind of sticking around here with Surkovich. Surkovich looking toward the bottom of the 29 machine. Oh, man, are we going to have another caution here? Surkovich has got to be careful on the inside of Brandon Richardson here as they fight around here on lap 71 down toward the bottom. Surkovich backs it up a little bit and allows only Richardson and Bowden to battle it out actually for this 12th position. Right now, Bowden had a good line going. Looks like toward the top is not where it needs to be. We heard that, like Justice was saying, bottom line is where it needs to be. As these guys are battling out toward the front as well. Let's rotate up to Caleb Gilbert. You were saying how well he was doing up front. Well, look how far Fike is coming. Fike is up 13 positions here so far, and he's really keeping that hard charge here toward the front.
Oh, yeah. Now, do you think that they're running toward the top of the line because they just got new tires and they're trying to just warm them up?
Possibly, but not really. It's just they can't get down low enough. As you see, Caleb Gilbert almost get to the back of Justice Murphy. They definitely don't want to ride higher. You ride higher, it's going to put more pressure on that right front tire. And if you're at a track that really eats right front tires off, the last thing you want to do is really kind of be riding high because it puts more pressure on the right rear tire as well. And so now if you've lost the entire right side of your car, where's the grip?
Yeah.
So you can't maintain any sort of speed. So a lot of these guys starting to kind of try out new lines here. But I would say like Fike right now. You see how high he's running? He's looking for that clean air. But you see Caleb Gilbert drop down toward the bottom, getting that clean air. And now he's going to make a move here on Justice Murphy down toward the bottom. Caleb Gilbert sliding in second. There he goes.
Yeah. Very nice move.
Yep, good moves by everybody here on the track so far. Got a few guys in the back there starting to kind of stretch it out here a little bit. And Grant Thorpe just pulling away. 0.3 of a second here so far. That's kind of big here at Nashville. But right now, Caleb Gilbert has closed the door on that on a favorable turn 1 turn.
Yeah, but we're still looking at, first through 10th is 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That's not much gap.
No, definitely not. But you are starting to see this pile of 5 starting to pull away. The end of it being Berube in the 19 machine. Raider back there in 6th. So a lot better finish here so far by Raider. Seeing his bad string of luck here. Definitely not what you want to see. I know you're going to start running out of drop races pretty soon. And that's what that's kind of what you're going to start seeing is these guys squeak in a few areas. What I do want to point out is Nick Alves rotating back here to the 9th position, so a little slower pit stop than most of these other guys. 16.32 in the pits. His pit time was about a second and a half longer than everybody else's, and it looks like he may have slid through his pit box, so that cost him a top 5 start, and now he's trying to hold out for a top 10.
Okay.
Yep, so far so good here at Nashville. I would say, you have anything on that guitar? I think they win. It's a Gibson guitar, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, it is a Les Paul Gibson guitar. Don't know if you're familiar with Les Paul, but very, very good. Very good player, very good name.
Whoa! Nick Alves absolutely shot the gap here on the inside of Logan Romney. Wow, that was close. Logan Romney now working on the outside. James Loveland here. Yeah, Alves.
What happened to my guys here? I mean, Loveland and Alves are in 8th and 9th now.
Yeah, kind of definitely falling off the table at this point. Not quite sure, but we are back under caution here.
Yes, I saw Barney waving it as we went by.
Looks like Tony Richardson is in the... Uh-oh. That right front tire doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't.
Nope, that's broken. Oh, boy. Yeah, the car won't even turn. There we go. Come on. Got to get it unwedged. That is going to bring out our next caution here. That's not good. Let's see if I can take a shot at it from the top here. Looking at Tony Richardson. Oh, Chad Lancaster's around. Bam!
Oh, he got a piece of it.
Yeah, absolutely nowhere to go. See if I can get another angle kind of from the roof. Let me see if I can take an angle from the roof here. Kind of what he sees coming around. And then we'll get closer up to the Chad Lancaster area and kind of see how this started. Yeah, where are you going to go? 22, yeah. The 22 looked like he was coming up the track. He was trying to shoot the gap, but...
Yep, and look at that fender flapping.
Yep. That's a very, very damaged race car here. Chad Lancaster can't be happy about that either because he's suffered a heck of a lot of damage on that hit. All right. Got to take another look at it from this angle here. And we'll kind of see what happens. It looks like maybe Travis gets into him. Yeah, I'm not sure how these two connect. Here's Orlando. Sends him the rest of the way around. We'll stick here. And you see as he rotates up the track, boom. 8 nails him. Heavy damage.
Yeah, Orlando and Burns squeaked by.
All right, let me see if we can get a little bit different angle here. What happened? Oh. Yeah, Travis may have gotten the air out from behind him there because that's what you see here. Let me see if we kind of rotate back and take a peek at what happens here. Watch how Orlando, when he's behind the 341, you see him pull up the track a little bit.
Yes.
That ruins the downforce of the back of his car. So now it starts to rotate the 341 up a little bit and catches the 22 of Chad Lancaster. Yeah, 20. Kevin Orlando was getting one heck of a run and started getting, kind of rotating up the track and probably following that Bowden line, the 83 up toward the top. And that unfortunately did those boys in.
Yeah.
So right now we are looking at Richardson is down pit at this point. Both of them. Brandon Richardson coming down looks like for a scheduled pit stop.
Yeah, we're at lap 81 at this point. It looks like we would be in that gasoline window, fuel window.
Yes, right now I'm showing everybody from 10th up did not pit. Everybody from 10th down did. So the back
Really?
end of the field is going to be a lot faster than the front with a set of tires. But like I said, we only have, 3 left coming out of the stage. So if you're taking a set of tires now, they already took a set of tires at lap 67 under that caution. You're going to start running out. Because I was figuring if you can have a fuel window of about every 30, we'd be about like that 90 mark and then the 120 mark, and then you might have something at the end. Depending on cautions, that'll lengthen the amount of time. Right now, I think the biggest thing you're going to see is Justice Murphy trying to figure out how to fight with heat cycle in these tires. But they're going to try to really push their way out and kind of off-pitting like you see how some of these other guys are. The back of the packet will be faster than the front.
That could pose a definite problem as far as passing and more cautions.
Right, but if it's toward the later end of the race, let's say all green flag races, the top 10, when they pit, will take off from the rest of the field, as these guys will be running on 40-lap tires.
Okay.
So, once again, strategy kind of coming right back into play here and trying to see if anything happens. Right now, taking a look here at Kevin Orlando, seeming to stay alive out there on the track here tonight. Kevin Orlando, I believe, if I am not mistaken, back on the lead lap in the 16th after a tangle up there toward the bottom. So hopefully he's going to get a better chance here toward the front as we get back under green. Check who's pretty close to him there. Raider is actually back there in the 12th, 13th position. So he's got a definite hill to climb here. Oof! Kevin Orlando gets in the back of Travis Gilbert there. As it looks like there's a huge checkup there by Jacob Sirkovich, kind of letting off the gas. Yeah, guys getting around the track here. Jeremy Burns still back here in the back. Definitely not a birthday gift he would be looking for here. One more caution puts him back on the lead lap. Right now he's the only guy who's lapped down at this point who still might be in contention. I think Richardson's down a good bit. Buell has been down pit road for a good while as well. 13 laps down. And Trevor, it may be broken again. I see about a 7-second repair here. Or, excuse me, a 7-minute repair as he's sitting down pit road again.
Oh, that's a big difference.
Yeah, so yeah, hate to see that Black Rifle Coffee Chevrolet getting down into the pits again, but every dog has its day. Let's rotate back up front to Michael Bennett, who's actually here in the number 14 Chevrolet. We saw him get in a little bit of a tangle up early in the race as well. You remember how they were sliding down toward the infield, and he took a huge shot in the front end of that race car, but he was able to keep it in all in one piece there.
Yeah, he's up here in the top 10. Can't complain. And Berube's up to second now. Look at that.
Yep, they're definitely pushing their way around here.
Yeah, I like to see, different race leaders. I like to see safe movement, but lots of movement, because that's to me, that's the skill in this. It's granted there's strategy, like pits. Do I take tires? Do I not take tires? But then there's skill, as in being in that aerodynamic bubble, coming around the corners high or low, being able to pass people, and that's enjoyable as a viewer to watch.
All right, well, let's talk about enjoyable. Is right now enjoying their time up front as Berube looks like he's going to be battling for the lead here up toward the front. Let's see if that 19 machine's got anything for us. Concentration's got to be 100% right now as you see him battling around. That force feedback really pushing him at this point. Getting down and around. Looks like he's seeing if he can find a gap here. But Grant Thorpe shuts it off and is doing so well here on the outside. But this is exactly what Justice Murphy wants to see, and this is exactly how he won the stage, is he waited for these two guys to kind of duke it out here, push their way around the track, fight, burn these tires up, because Berube holding Grant Thorpe toward the top is now frying the fastest guy on the track, frying his tire off. And that is exactly what you want to see right here. If you're sitting back in that third place, heck, even Logan Romney there in the 11th Chevrolet, that's what these guys are waiting for. Let them continue kind of killing each other here, and then you'll go ahead and take over from there.
That's a good strategy as long as it works, because you were telling us about the playoff points and whatnot, and in the words of the Waterboy movie, can't hold anything back now.
Yeah, definitely, like I said, fifth to last race in this one. Right now, I believe Grant Thorpe and Berube already have a win here on the year. I'm going to be wrong, aren't I? I can feel it. Yes, Grant Thorpe does not have a win, but Berube does.
Berube does,
Yeah,
yes.
so right now, guy in second place has a win, but first and third do not. Ooh! Little shot right there.
Well, he's not holding anything back now.
I want to take another look at that here from the top.
How in the world did this happen? Oh. Like that.
Oof. Ooh, man, that's got to be... These guys have got to be careful. That little nudge there went from second place, now dropped Berube back down to seventh.
Wow. But he kept it off the wall, so he shouldn't have any damage, and he can work his way back up.
Right. Now, now if you're Justice Murphy at this point, he's got to be careful. He can't keep nudging people around like that. You're going to end up with a little bit of damage to the right front of his race car, and he'll be in even more trouble than the rest of these guys. But right now, 3 Chevrolets and 3 Fords right now sitting top 6. Staying up toward the front, no problem out of any of these cars so far.
But now these top 3 are all winless, so they don't have a lock into that playoff space.
Right. Actually, if the top 5 none of them have a lock in at this point. Right now, Raider being the only one with a win, sitting there in the top 10. With Berube and I believe Caleb Gilbert as well. So right now, 10th, 8th, and 6th have wins. But any of these guys, I would love to see winners get in via wins, rather than kind of points battle, because that is not where you want to be. But I've raced with these guys, and to me, it's just about impossible. If you can get a win, you're doing something here. Out there in the chat, Cody Lancaster, where's my 22 guy at? Let's see where Chad Lancaster is. Obviously, you see him back here in the 13th position. I told you if he could just get an easy break here and get away from some of these problems, he'll be able to keep moving on his way on up. But Chad Lancaster did pit back on lap 79. He was in pit for about a minute. So he was definitely fixing a lot of that damage, probably put some tires on that car, and back out he goes. You see him nudging Parker Johnson there in the 12 here toward the front. So let's see if Chad Lancaster's got anything for us here out there on the track. To Swamp, happy birthday, Burns. Man, everybody out here wishing him happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just wish he was having a better luck here so far. Like I said, one more caution will put him back on the lead lap. But he's still hanging back in the 20th position. He's kind of been in the back of the field all the entire time. But fortunately, like I said, he's got a win. So he's locked into the playoffs at this point. Right now, he's 6th in the points running. He has no stage wins, so he's not getting any bonus points squeezed toward the front.
Yeah, at this point, I do not know how the bonus points work, but I can imagine.
Yeah, I may be wrong on that one. Jeremy Burns has 3 points already for the playoffs. For a playoff
So they
spot
do
here.
get to carry over points.
Yes, and what this will do is this will kind of how that starts them in the playoff points. In the final runnings that they will have. Bristol, Darlington, Phoenix, those tracks that will be running again. Is it going on there? Fast Pass Racing Network. How's everything going, Sim Tracks? Oh, man, look at you with the fumble fingers. Only got one X there. And I know, where are you, Wreckage, man? You're supposed to be out here on the track. Because right now,
Racing.
Grant Thorpe is leading this race here, dude. And Justice Murphy trying to in-tow back here with Romney and Richardson. Now, talk about somebody who's falling off the table here. James Loveland back here in the 10th position. He's trying to fight here right now, fighting with Chad Lancaster. You saw Lancaster's now gotten around Parker Johnston, and around they go. But I don't know how long this is going to last here for Chad Lancaster. Remember, he did, like I said, he got tires, but some of these guys have not. But the bumping and banging continues up here between John Fike and Berube. These two guys are definitely trading pain at this point. They've got to be careful. Otherwise, we're going to end up with another caution here. Right now, if
Berube is not one to be shy about dooring you.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I want to take a look here. Actually, Richardson. Check out Brandon Richardson here. Right now, sitting 12th in the points for for his consistency. Ooh, boy, we got a blink out of Justice Murphy. All right, but yeah, right now, Richardson sitting here in points, sitting 12th. Now, like I said, he is in the chase, but he's not locked in. I mean, this could, one bad race, 29's bumped. And right now, like I said, you've got a few guys here. Alex Kenton sitting on that edge, waiting for him. Justice Murphy sitting on the edge, waiting on him. So it's just the battle back and forth of, how these guys are going to kind of nail a certain area is, really where this determines these guys are going to be here. But Logan Romney in the wall is exactly what Richardson wants to see. Richardson gets around and might be a 2-for-1 as Raider takes the inside line as well. And Raider now back up farther into the top 5 here, sitting in the 4th position.
Yep, we still have 50 laps to go. But correct me if I'm wrong. If a new winner, if a new racer wins this race, would it not push points or whatever the 12th person off?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Ooh.
So if Grant Thorpe wins, but Grant Thorpe's already sitting here in 9th place. Justice Murphy already sitting in 8th place. So if either one of these guys win, this just solidifies their entry.
Ah, okay.
Now, if Kevin Orlando and Nick Alves would be the other ones. Now, if you have Brandon Richardson come up here and win it, he will no longer be in the 12th position, but he'll be locked in for the playoffs.
Okay.
And they'll move him up.
So it's more like if Sirkovich came in and
There
all
you
of a
go.
sudden
Right.
won.
Sirkovich, Michael Bennett, let's say Travis Gilbert, Scott Negus. One of these guys ends up getting a win here. That bumps now 12 off, and now you're now I'm outside the line because I don't have a win. And with 48 laps to go, I know Richardson's definitely taking a peek here at Robert Raider, seeing if he can do anything for him here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Raider having all sorts of problems tonight, but seems he finally has his groove.
But honestly, it looks like we keep saying he's having trouble, but he's sitting on the podium right now. I mean, it could be worse. It's just he's having trouble because he's not winning tonight?
Well, he is toward the front. We did see him drop back below the top 10. He was back there in the 16th, 17th position. And right now, with 3 wins, he's got 14 extra bonus points with 5 stage wins. So really, that is where he's starting to capitalize here, is being able to separate out front and stay out front all the time. You can't be, I'm in the top 10, I'm out of the top 10. I'm in the that's where
consistency.
Right, and that's where you see Kevin Orlando, Nick Alves, and Brandon Richardson. That's where these guys are. But taking a look here at Robert Raider, taking a look on the outside here of Justice Murphy, seems to, like I said, he's all of a sudden picking up a lot of speed here.
Boink.
But keep in mind, Raider and Richardson have pit. Richardson with only an 8-second pit stop time. Raider with 11.5. Back at 79 for Raider. Richardson at 81. But Grant Thorpe and Justice Murphy last pit on 67. As they are coming down pit now.
As I was going to say, as they're pulling in, very well done.
Yeah, Grant Thorpe doing his best. And right now, the top good chunk of guys coming down pit road now is the make or break time. As these guys are squeezing their way down here. I'm not unsure what the strategy would be at this point. Do you take tires? Do you not take tires? Do you get back out there? Do you not do anything? As we can see, looks like already from this angle, Trevor Earhart is out of the car. So he may be actually playing race control as one of our admins up there toward the top. Hopefully he's kind of making sure everything is nice and hunky-dory here toward the front. Now watch out for Justice Murphy here and Grant Thorpe.
Yeah.
as they get going. And, you know, Grant Thorpe starting in the second spot. You see he gets the second position. And
did nobody clue Raider in to come in with the rest of the guys?
No, Raider last pit on lap 79. So he's already got tires. He's already stayed out.
He was one of the fellas that far in the back, you said, that the last half of the group pit already. Oh, my.
So right now with Justice Murphy and Grant Thorpe pitting on 104 here. Raider pit on 79. Caleb Gilbert pit here on 79. I mean, these some of these guys are pit earlier, and it may just be an off cycle. A caution could mix this all up. But right now, it will have, just from the length of this race, you know, we'll have to kind of see what happens forthcoming of what these tires are going to end up playing up on these guys. I mean, if we've already sawed away 3 of them, and I've got 2 left and 50 to go, you know, maybe, but I've got to figure out how to meter myself, and I can't continue charging as hard as I have been all night. But here we go. Look at that. Nick Alves and Chad Lancaster battling out here for the 6th position. Chad Lancaster looking around. See if he can find anything on him. No can do.
Loveland is back up to 4th.
Yes, Loveland battled his way back up to 4th, but he is also a lap 67 pitter as well, so he doesn't have much time before he's got to come in.
Wow.
There he comes.
I think they're listening to you.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And we kind of keep an eye on that. You know, if it was lap 67, we had one caution, so these guys were able to stretch it a little farther than that 30 mark. You clutch it in during the race, and then you'll be able to last just a little bit longer here.
But that's gas-wise, not tires-wise. Correct? Clutching it in?
Yeah, that would be saving gas.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so that way you can kind of squeak it out just an extra half a lap or so. Only saving about a 10th there, but out there in the chat, Fast Pass Racing Network, Richardson won his tires in Vegas. I know Richardson just spent a little time out there in Vegas. I saw he's got a new setup. I'm not sure 100% what it was, whether it was a wheel or if he ended up with a new direct drive unit. I definitely highly recommend a direct drive unit. Definitely puts you out there, but I will say I am no good on a direct drive unit because the force feedback so bad it almost breaks my thumbs. So definitely puts it in rather than being able to text on your phone like we see Jeremy Burns. But, you know, like I said, it's all on what your budget can handle really out there and how immersed you want to get. I mean, Stella, I think I sent you a video of some guy actually having an entire sim rig with the car in his living room.
Yes, it was amazing. Although I would venture to say maybe single. Because I don't know if a wife would want to sit there and dust that thing.
Well, definitely, I believe he bought panels off the back end of Jimmy Johnson's car. It was pretty cool. But he's got monitors wrapped all the way around. Even his start rocker switch on the inside is wired to start his car. And then I think it's got hydraulics. So, to me, it's all without buying gas, fuel, and not needing a pit crew. And you still get to drive that car. Because the simulations come around pretty well.
Or a serious case of health insurance.
Oh, yeah. So take a look here. We got Grant Thorpe about to go 3 wide here with Justice Murphy and Richardson. But remember, these guys are right now, I believe, down a lap. No, they are on the lead lap. Justice Murphy and Grant Thorpe are on the... No, they're down a lap as they're running down Raider here. Once they catch Raider, they're going to get their lap back, and that requires Raider to pit. Raider still will need to pit. He pit back on lap 79, so he's probably got about another... Oof, that's going to be close. About another 10 laps or so, and he's going to be out of fuel. Grant Thorpe taking the best of this situation here and sliding on around the 53 machine.
Okay, they are on the lead lap, but they are at the end.
Yes. They are at the end. Yeah, right now, as you can see, like a 31.5 second time. Taking a look here at Grant Thorpe, not wearing the Dollar General jacket here tonight, representing Tennessee.
I have a feeling that jacket probably was terribly hot.
Yes,
and
definitely.
There is no way to stop and take it off mid-race.
Absolutely not. I will say, if my eyes aren't playing with me, is the top of his wheel lighting up?
Yes.
Dude, what is that? I've never seen
I don't know. Now he has to win, so we can ask.
All right, now, the way he's been driving here tonight, he might just do that. Great job here by Grant Thorpe so far in the 77 Chevrolet, sitting ninth at this point. Richardson, Caleb
intrigued.
Gilbert, and Al Sale getting it done here. Fike is moving his way around. Fike last pit on lap 106, so you're going to start seeing kind of a wishy-washy moves here. Fast guys on tires, the guys are still running on old tires, but it'll swap back and forth again if they continue this on. You know, right now, Tay McDonald coming down pit. Let's see. I believe Travis Gilbert here is on his way out of pit.
Yeah, and 1 lap down. Got it. Romney just came out 1 lap down.
Boy, talk about Brandon Richardson here, trying to see if we can find a route there. But yeah, best off, he is now pitting, and Rader is now pitting. So watch this as these guys slice their way back around here to get back onto the lap. Let's keep an eye here.
Yeah, this is usually when your tower goes crazy, right?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit here. Let's see if I did this right here. Let me see if I can find this on the track map. Ooh, come on, do it. No.
We got track.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could get a new little feature I got here. That is not playing up for me here. Let's see if we can do. Here's our positions. Here we go. Come on, give me the car number. All right, what we're looking for out there on the track is that 77 car.
There he is, right at the top.
You see the 77 just kind of leaving him right now. Rader was our leader. So Robert Rader now chasing, trying to see if he can chase him down on the exit here. But no can do because he's got about half a track behind at this point.
Oh, my.
Caleb Gilbert now down pit road. Kevin Orlando down pit road. Interesting to see some of these guys here, kind of which way they're going to go at this point. Lancaster, Richardson, 21 machine of Trevor Earhart. I don't know if Trevor Earhart is out there on the track. He's still not out there. I know he's still tumbling around out there at this point. Michael Bennett right now in 9th.
It shows him in the pit. Earhart.
Yeah, he's still down there. I was hoping we could get a kind of little peek here at Michael Bennett, but I think his camera might be down. Yeah, not good. Not good. He might be still tumbling around here.
So, is there anybody we haven't seen tonight?
I do not believe so.
All right.
So, but that does bring up an excellent point, as normally I try to give us a good rotation of what we do, so probably a good time for that SimTrack See the Driver session, and we'll be right back.
For the finest in vinyl siding,
It's no
rain
secret
gutters,
the real estate market
overhangs,
can be a
storm
little
and
tricky to
replacement
figure out.
windows, even
In the
patios and
Oklahoma
decks.
City area,
Trust
you
in
need the
experts
experts at the
Ultimate Siding and
Earhart
Gutters.
Group to guide
In
you.
addition to being licensed
We're one of
and
the
insured,
top-rated real
our
estate
technicians
teams
are
in
also
all of
friendly and
Oklahoma.
courteous, performing
We can help
hassle-free
you buy,
service and
sell,
installation at
and
affordable
invest
rates.
in real
Plus,
estate.
we provide free
And we've got a
estimates for
dedicated
commercial
farm and ranch
residential
division
structures.
too.
Our entire staff
The
will
Earhart
exceed your
Group, for
expectations.
all your
For the
Oklahoma
ultimate
real estate
siding,
needs.
gutters,
And proud to
much
be a
more.
sponsor of the
Call Ultimate
Simtrax
Siding and
Racing
Gutters today.
broadcast.
One area of our business where we impact the local communities pretty heavily is the school systems. So we work for school systems all over the northern part of the state of New Jersey. We operate their water systems, their wastewater systems. We do a lot of their permitting and compliance work, and we ensure that the water that the kids drink is clean. We go out and do the sampling to ensure that it's not contaminated. And we also treat the wastewater that's being generated at a lot of these facilities as well before it gets discharged to the environment. So we are supporting the local community through supporting the boards of education and the local school systems.
All right, everybody, we are back after going through the See Your Driver session there and a quick commercial. Raider is still holding on to the lead at this point. Raider out front, pit lap on 116. James Loveland pit back on lap 108. And right now our normal race leaders of Grant Thorpe and Murphy both pit back lap around 130. So definitely you start seeing the field separate here with only about 15 laps to go. Murphy gets jammed up into Loveland here, gives him a nudge there in the back. Kind of hoping that Loveland was going to rotate up and get jam up Grant Thorpe there, but that does not happen. And now the separation occurs. Boy, really, not what you want to see is that has now separated these two guys by half a second. As you see them sliding back, Murphy trying to do everything he can to reel them back in. Raider
Agreed,
pit
but
back on lap 116 here, but I just don't know if he's got enough fuel to make it to the end.
But they are 4 and 8 seconds behind Raider right now.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yeah, right now, kind of praying for anything. Right now, Raider with the lead here, and that's what I was saying about off-cycle pitting here, is this may actually pay off for him here in the end as he's putting the distance on. But I just don't know with the amount of laps left to go here. I mean, 116. I mean, it's going to be close. It's definitely going to be close here.
Maybe he's gambling on a caution with them pushing really hard, in the last 10 laps, and then he won't have anything to worry about if he grabs, needs to grab some extra fuel.
Yeah, well, he's definitely going to be taking a peek here right now. Let's see Grant Thorpe working his way around, trying to get his lap back at this point, and that's what Justice Murphy wants to see. Battle it out with the 53, and here he comes. So once again, Grant Thorpe having a lot of trouble with that right front tire. As Raider is going to have to pit one more time here, and he may want to pit now.
Nope, not this time.
Yeah, interesting to see him still hanging out there. Somebody who's been out there even longer, James Loveland, has been out there since lap 108. Out of 150 laps in this one, it's interesting to see how far they're able to stretch them so far. Right now, Raider is lined up for the $20 winner here tonight, and we'll see who ends up as the random winner tonight out of the winners here so far. They got to finish the race, and we'll figure out where they are and how they got there. Raider still battling there. Looks like he's in front of Lancaster. Got a little loose there coming out of 4.
Yeah, this, in comparison to some of our other tracks we've been watching, this one is rather flat. Is that why it's chewing up the tires so much?
I believe so. You got any kind of banking information?
I do, because these turns are at 14 degrees, and the straightaways are at 6 and 9 back and front, respectively. I mean, that's not much of a banking compared to some of our ones that are up in the 20s.
No, especially, when you were looking back, when we were at Dover at 24, I believe Charlotte was somewhere around about that 2022 mark. You get, and then you're starting to, start flattening it out. When they call this the sister track of Dover, and then you take it from 24 and then flatten it out like you're saying, just so much of that force, you can't rely on the banking. So yes, it does ride up and it burns the right side tires off.
Yeah, I think the only reason they would call this the sister track to Dover, though, is because they were both owned by Dover Speedway. I don't see a heck of a lot in common.
Yeah, they're just sticking with it with like concrete. So really, your big concrete tracks being Bristol, Nashville, and Dover, of course.
And Dover. Okay.
So yeah, not a lot of guys. I mean, it's 10,000 times more expensive to run concrete, and it handles a lot differently. It's a lot more grip on concrete, but man, it can. Once that rubber sticks to it, sometimes it'll definitely get slick, and then it's even harder to get turned.
And there we have Loveland into the pits.
All right, yeah, Loveland kind of checking in. He's had enough, so hopefully we'll see if he can return back out here faster than anybody else. 15-second pit stop time for him, out in 12th and marching back. He may be trying to see if he can squeeze it out, maybe not able to get that pit stall that he was hoping for and the amount of time. Raider out 9 seconds in front of Caleb Gilbert here.
That is crazy.
Yes.
He once had one, I understand, where he was 22 seconds ahead of everybody.
Yes, that was Charlotte last year.
Crazy.
Yeah. Definitely
Oh,
something.
and we have a caution.
Oh, dude.
That's a gambling man right there. And I think he'd be a winning gambling man.
Yeah, whatever happened to Jacob Sirkovich here ended up causing this caution. With only 7 left to go here. It's also going to be interesting to see. I don't know if Raider can pit. He may have to pit via, fuel requirement, but I don't know if he's absolutely has to at this point.
Well, now he can take advantage of that clutching to get further along without pitting. Yes.
Yeah, it's possible. I just don't know how long he can hold out. Pit on lap 116. So did Caleb Gilbert, Richardson, Alves. Berube pit back on 106. So I think these guys, if they've got an extra set of tires, now is probably the time. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here at the replay. Top side here, Sirkovich.
Oh, well. Hello.
Yeah. I don't know. I would probably say I think he probably would have expected Sirkovich to be closer to the wall, but
but no,
he kind of saw him there. I don't know. That's been a couple cautions here. We've seen Travis Gilbert getting into here. Well, let's see if we can take another peek at this. See if it kind of rides up the track on him. Yeah, he may have thought he had him beat or something. I'm not sure. But Sirkovich, that ends up ruining his night here. I think it broke a toe link.
Yeah, that he ended up being towed. I don't think he even made it around.
Yeah, definitely got mashed up. 18 car is now in pit. Not good. Not good. So let's go ahead. Let's get right to it. Is of course everybody's big question now. When do these guys pit? When does it happen? Berube decided yes, pit. Nick Alves, yes, pit.
Did Raider?
Yes.
Ha.
Pit on lap 145. So fresh set of tires for him, starting 4th.
Okay.
Well, Justice Murphy pit on 129, Grant Thorpe 130, and Brandon Richardson right now leading the race at 116.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay. So we're going to be seeing some movement in the leadership in the top 5 without a doubt.
Yeah, I think I saw a couple of these guys maybe sitting ducks here. I don't know. I don't know. I think Richardson may have missed his cue here. Right now, he'll be retaining the lead once these guys get waved around here.
Talk to me about Alves and Berube. When did they pit?
They both just pit on 145. Right now, from what I'm seeing, 4th all the way to 10th. So that included Raider, Gilbert, Alves, Berube, Travis Gilbert, Tay McDonald, and Kevin Orlando last pit on 145. John
Okay.
Fike is down pit now.
Okay. Last minute, but yes.
Yeah, he may be fixing some damage here.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's still down pit. I don't see any movement. It's so close to the end of the race here. It's not what you want to see
No.
here. He did have an off-track incident around lap 107, so he's getting back out there if he can.
By that it means he clipped the grass.
Yes.
Okay.
Either clipped the grass or came off the surface.
Okay. I mean, off-track incident is what they've been calling all these fisticuffs.
Right.
All these.
So now from this angle, Richardson is kind of
yeah. So just making sure.
Richardson has got to be the one here to
Start.
He's got to figure out how to obtain the lead. I would probably say from the outside looking in, this may be a sitting duck situation. Like I said, pit on lap 116, he took 4 tires. And right now, Grant Thorpe at 130, Justice at 129. And these two guys are going to try to hold off the charging field behind them that all have fresh tires now. Rader, Gilbert, and Alves. Right now, that 4-Star Industries team, everybody sitting in the top 10 are going to look to charge their way back to the front. Right now, Richardson, he's got to be puckered right now. This may be the call of the race. If he can pull this out, and I mean, even if he doesn't win, if he gets a solid top 5 here, this will be the call of the race. Because if he, like I said, I would assume everybody would have pit probably from the top 15 and try to gun it, but this is going to be tight.
Here we go.
All right.
And
Fuel
Justice
down toward the
is
bottom out
right
of the
on
line.
him.
And there we go. Rader giving Grant a shove.
Nope.
Able to move Richardson toward the top. He's going to get that rotate through the turn as he stays out front of Justice Murphy. Grant Thorpe looking toward the outside where Robert Rader is on the bottom. Rader now starting to press his luck here on the bottom. Seeing if he can use those fresh tires, and he does. Doors Grant Thorpe just a little bit, and oh man, Justice Murphy cuts him off. Slide down toward the bottom. Look at that move. Look at that move. As Rader down toward the bottom slices up, and we got guys tumbling around here toward the back, and that may be another caution. And Richardson has another lifeline because guess who is out?
I think
Grant Thorpe is destroyed.
How? He was so far ahead of. I thought it started with Travis Gilbert.
Yeah, something happened. Something happened. He got banged up on this one. Grant Thorpe, after the fact, got kind of mangled
it was
here.
Behind him. Oh yes, please.
Well, you would think it was behind him. You would think it was behind him, but it wasn't. I actually want to rotate a little farther back to that move with Rader underneath of Justice.
Okay.
So here was the run. You see him check up. Now watch the 12 rotate up, and the 53 just hammers down. So Justice gets into Grant Thorpe here. And now watch the entire bottom line. Watch Travis Gilbert at the bottom. 341 gets nudged by Kevin Orlando, and around he goes.
Oh.
You think Grant's got it, and he doesn't.
Oh, that's...
He never saw it happen.
Let's not put the camera on him right now.
No. Whoa, Fike! That was close.
Backwards even.
Yes, that was close. John Fike, holy cow, how in the world did he save that? That is going to absolutely kind of destroy a lot of these guys' angles here. And I do want to mention that this happening with Fike happens after the fact. Let's rotate up to the blimp view here. You see where the tumble up starts toward the front, just a connection.
Yes.
So we see down there at the bottom of the screen, we're keeping our eyes here on Fike. Doink.
Oh.
Yep, right there with Logan Romney. Oh, man, watch how close. Dude, that was so close.
I've seen netcode make people spin out closer than that. I mean, further away than that. That was close.
That it was. That it was. All right, let's go ahead and get back to it. We're now going to be under Another restart here. Not too many green flag restarts for this group of guys. I think there's a maximum of 3 after that. No, there is no green white checker. That's kind of it. They'll name the winner. So right now, Raiders sliding toward the front really is the kind of the man to beat here again. I would probably say Raiders is pretty happy with this position at this point, being able to push his way toward the front. And his chance of, with seeing how Earhart was starting to pick up the pace, and now this puts another win in the column for Raider. Raider with so much bad luck as Earhart has been command and conquering. Earhart's now out of the race, and Raiders back up toward the front. So if it's a points race in the playoffs, I would probably say your biggest guys are going to be the 21 Chevrolet and that 53 Ford. These guys are really going to be putting door to door to each other every race.
Yeah, well, seeing that we're not going to be starting the race single file, don't forget we've got Caleb Gilbert's going to be right up next to him, and he is no slouch as far as being right there with Raider at the line.
Yeah, well, we'll have. You're right. You're right. I completely agree with you. Here's where it's going to kind of kick Caleb in the rear. Who's starting behind Raider?
Well, it depends if he takes
Doesn't
outside
matter
inside.
high or low. Who starts behind him? Nick Alves. Right now, Alves has a prime position to take a second place finish here tonight. If Raider starts on the bottom, which normally everybody will, if it's an inside hungry track, Alves is going to line up behind him. Who gets the jump? Raider gets the jump. Alves follows along. 4-Star Industries right now 3 of them are right now on that inside row. 27 of Kevin Orlando there, and the front 3. 53, the 40, and the 24. All 4-Star Industry teams right now are here in the front 4 rows. So if Raider gets the jump here, Alves slides underneath Caleb, and Alves is going to have one of his highest finishes here in the Racing Revolution and have his chance to finally break his streak here. The only reason right now he's in the playoffs at this point is he's saving it, via points. I would like to see him get a win, but man, I just don't know right now with Raiders hooking around this track. But right now, everybody on fresh tires here on the top 3 at that 145 mark. So this is going to be, this is right now Nick's time to shine here to really kind of put the pressure on Caleb Gilbert here.
I'll tell you, after that smash, and Thorpe is back in the top 10.
All right, Barney in the booth, pace cars off. Here we go. Rotating up top, like I said, the good jump you see with Raider. So now it's Alves' chance. Down toward the bottom, here we go. All right, Justice Murphy giving a little nudge here to Richardson. Richardson dialing it back. Definitely fresh tires are paying.
Whoa,
oh, we saw it. We saw it. 12, stay forward. Grant Thorpe into the grass.
Into the grass again.
Logan Romney is around. Another caution. 7 cautions here tonight. Sean Lattin out there, you got to be happy with that move from Rob. That was a wild one for sure. But we're going to have another caution here, and definitely we're going to dissect this one a few times. I know you guys don't want to see some racing, and I do too. But this is a rough one here. I don't know what
he clips the 29 on the way up.
I would say this one's netcode here, Stella. Look.
Okay.
Look here from the top. He's cleared him. Watch. Doink. Yeah, it almost looks like he clears the 29. And then it sends him into the piece. Let me try it one more time and take a peek here from the top. And kind of see if we can find something a little closer here. And see what exactly happens to the left rear here of Justice Murphy's car.
Oh, that would be an angle. Right rear.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Just.
Yeah, some of my controls are a little backwards.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah, we're kind of taking a peek here toward the top as he's rotating around. Yeah, see, he's clear. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Maybe not a bump. Maybe it was a graze. Oh. Those 2 in the infield, boy.
Yeah. Tay
It's
McDonald.
amazing who goes around with the tiniest of touch, and who can just mow somebody down and keep tootling along. It's just a luck of the draw, a flip of the coin.
Yeah, just kind of, I guess that determines the velocity here. Let's take another look at it. Yeah, he's got him clear here. He's clear of the 29. Netcode grabs a hold of Justice Murphy here and turns him around.
Wow.
You see Logan Romney still pushing Grant Thorpe. Bowden gets nailed. Negus gets nailed. Hot dang.
Oh.
Tony Richardson is out on the track. Boy, it looks like Logan Romney's still getting a good piece of that. Wow. That's going to do it for a lot of drivers here.
Yeah, that hurts, being put out 2 laps from the end. Sometimes all you want to do is finish, I might not be on the podium tonight, but I'm finishing the race.
Yeah.
And then that happens.
Yeah, I'm going to see if we can see a top view here. Actually, a roof view of Grant Thorpe.
Oh my, because he ends up being driven into the infield.
There's Grant Thorpe again. Whoa, hold on.
Oh my.
Yeah. Definitely seeing him trying to wheel it around there. That was not a happy camper on that one. Not at all. So, once again, Alice was unable to get behind Caleb Gilbert here. Now, I know these guys are all teammates now. But, man, this is getting kind of hairy out here. I don't know if any words are being said at this point from some of these drivers at this point. I don't see any damage on Justice Murphy's car, which is a good thing for him, as it may have taken a glancing blow and kind of clipped on the wall there. See if we can get an angle of it.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised he's not missing a whole lot of paint on that right side.
Yeah, but it would also be kind of suicide to
Pit.
Yeah, just not where.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, you can see the damage here from the back. See if we can get a gearbox picture. Kind of looking back. Yeah, he's got some damage to the right front of that race car.
Oh, yeah.
Justice Murphy last pit back on 129. So he does not have the freshest of fresh tires out here as they get back under green flag here. Should be this time by.
Yep. Pit light, pace car lights are out.
Yep. All right. We're going to go ahead and get this one finished up here.
We have our fingers crossed.
Yeah. I always say it's going to be a good run, but here's Nick Alves' chance.
Geico restart zone. Green, green, green.
There we go. Raider takes off. Away we go. Boy, Alves may have had some wheel spin there because it looks like, oh no. No, guys. What are we doing here? No caution. Whoa. Kevin Orlando from 6th all the way back here. Look out, Logan Romney. He's coming back.
Don't go up.
Logan Romney, here he comes.
Go up. I'm sorry. Oh.
They are going to continue running it here. I don't believe there's going to be a caution.
No, they're white flag.
Yep, so let's see. Right now, Alves has a chance here, but he's got to figure out how to dice up Berube. Right now, these guys both pit same time. Man, oh man, definitely not where some of these guys wanted to place Alves on the outside. We saw how Grant held it together. Does Berube door him a little bit here? We'll see. Alves toward the inside.
He's not going to need to.
Raider gets it. Alves. Did he get him?
It's the same score. 7-1.
From what I'm showing here, he beat him.
Into the thousandths.
Yes.
Oh, that's tight. That's a tight
Yeah,
finish.
you see Nick Alves. He's got to be happy right now. Right now, 4-Star Industries got 3 out of their 4 drivers in podium positions here tonight. Yeah, look at Alves. He's so happy.
Put it up on the screen. Put it up on the screen. I want to see him hooting.
All right, we'll take a look here at the 24. He's got to be jazzed about this.
Oh.
It's all right. With our media guy here, he's definitely trying to make sure he's lined up with everybody. Quick little picture for him.
And Mr. Cool, Calm, and Collected.
Boys, we watch Raider burn it down here. I would say he probably earned this one. He did a heck of a job driving out there. And I wanted to kind of keep an eye out and make sure he wasn't, doing anything he wasn't supposed to, pushing people out of the way. But man, he got it here tonight and definitely knew exactly what he needed to do to get through there. I hate to see that on the final wreck here, but we'll check out the burnouts here at this point. And I actually want to rotate it back to kind of that last spin out again.
That was that first one where everybody blossomed out, and then they tucked back in again and kept racing. I was impressed.
All right, we're gonna kind of cut away here just a little bit. Let me see if I can race down and find out what happened here. I know it started back here with Logan Romney. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
Well, I'm sure there's a party going on at Sean Lattin's house.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's take a look here at the replay. Oof. You know what? Let me rotate it back here just a little more. Because Kevin Orlando ended up dialing way back in the pack here. And getting caught up. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Let's take a look. Kevin Orlando toward the top. Oh, nudge there by Fike. Parker
That's
Johnston
the first
gets
tag.
him.
Second tag.
And it continues
Check
going
up.
back. So you see the 27 hit touches him there.
Yes.
And then as we're going, now we rotate back here to Logan Romney, who's still trying his best to hold this thing together. Man. Richardson just can't get a break on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, look at Richardson just getting hammered back here. Definitely something to see out there. Boy, that was a tough drive here tonight for all these drivers out here so far, but we're going to go ahead and catch up with our drivers here at the end. Good,
yeah, 15 down on this race was a lap down or more.
Yeah, definitely getting it squared away. I want to talk to our third place finisher here tonight, Nick Alves in the 24 machine. See if we can find him here. Out there on the chat.
He is waiting in our waiting room.
Here he comes, Nick Alves. Dude, finally, your highest spot of the night, man. How did it feel?
Dude, it felt amazing. I mean, god damn, it took me 12 races to finally get interviewed by you. Post-race, that is.
Man, but still unable to catch a win here, dude. Kind of back and forth. We see you sitting in 5th. You were solid top 10. Right now, you're sitting 11th in the playoff points. You know, you're still in the hunt for the win here, Nick. But what stopped you from getting it here tonight?
Honestly, it was just the team, to be honest with you. 4-Star Industries was just amazing tonight. We had strategy on point. We knew it was going to be close today because of the tire sets that we had in the fuel run. So what we did was after stage 1, after the quick caution, I think it was like 10 or 12 laps, we all came in just for fuel only, try to stretch it the last stage. It ended up working out for us with that 5 laps to go. The caution came out, or 10 laps to go, the caution came out. And me, Rob, Caleb, and Kevin all came in for tires. We were probably the 4 of maybe like 6 people that came in to get tires and ended up working out. So, I mean, if you can't win, I'd rather lose to teammates, and it was 2 pretty good teammates in front of me tonight.
All right, man. Last couple of laps here, you battled there with Berube. How nervous were you there at that line, bud? Because I think you only beat him by about a thousandth of a second here or so.
Yeah, that right as we came off of 4 to take the white flag, he had a really good run on the inside. I was gonna block it, but it was too late, so I just stuck it on the outside, and I knew I just had to keep my momentum up coming out of 2. I did, and then as soon as we went into 4, I just drove that thing in there, made it stick, and I knew I was going to have the momentum going off the corner because he was going to be on the bottom, so I'll have the straight line speed on the straightaway. And it was a lot closer than I thought, so we got a little close. We doored, and my good friend Caleb gave me a little draft help coming to the line to help me out.
Alrighty, I was gonna say the 4-Star Industries. You guys at one point were 1, 2, 3, and 6. Unfortunately, Kevin in that last tangle up looks like he got nudged there again. Fell back, but so far all 4 of you are in top 10 here tonight. Awesome job, Nick. Dude, I'm so glad to see you up here because this will help you actually start reeling in Grant Thorpe here on the points run. Seeing that Grant fell back to the 8th position there after leading most of this race. Nick, give me your shout-outs here, bud, because we got to get you ready actually in 2 weeks for Iowa. If you remember anything about that charity race, dude, you got a handful in front of you, bud.
Yeah, I was gonna be crazy, but big shout out to the team, 4-Star Industry, Robert, Caleb, and Kevin, locking out the podium, which was amazing. I don't think we've ever done that this year, so it's pretty cool to do so far. Big shout out to you, Patrick, and you too, Stella, for always doing a top tier job on the broadcast. Chapman Environmental Services, Ultimate Shutter and Guiding. I don't know if you can see me, but Coastal Financial, the main sponsor for me, and yeah, just to the league. This league's awesome. All the drivers are really good here, and we couldn't ask for anything better than this.
Alrighty, and of course we see you, Nick. Of course we've seen you. I think we saw you 2 or 3 times here tonight, man. Great job here, bud. But fantastic, bud, and I can't wait to see what you got for us. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, dude, because I will see you at Iowa.
Thanks, Patrick. You too, Stella. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, everybody. There's Nick Alves seeming to get it done. That rotates us to our second place finisher of Caleb Gilbert here. No problem out of Caleb Gilbert. I see he's kind of got himself squared away. Caleb, you got a copy on me here, bud?
I got you.
There you go. Don't mute yourself, man. I want to talk to you here tonight. What a wild run this was. You coming up 5 spots and getting a second place finish here tonight.
Oh, it was great. I am shocked. This is like the one race, maybe 2, there's 1 or 2, that I circle off and go, nope, we're going to be in the back if we take what we can get. And then I come out, I qualify 7th, I go, maybe not be that bad. And then race pace was probably 3rd, 4th place. And then strategy got the rest, so.
Alrighty, dude. So far, you are sitting 5th in the playoff points. In front of Jeremy Burns. I don't think a stage win here tonight, so I think you're still locked into 5th position. Any races on the upcoming schedule that you feel confident that you may have a chance of winning here?
I'd have to take a second look at it.
Man, come on.
Yeah. I know we got Iowa. Nope. Iowa, same as this. Nope.
Daytona Roval?
No, absolutely not.
Homestead?
Nope. maybe a Homestead. That's what I'll look forward to.
Okay, and then we got Daytona, which is the last chance.
Exactly. So I tell them, I do not win races. No matter what race it is, I finish anywhere from 2nd to 7th, no matter what. So that's what you got to expect.
All right, man. Definitely on consistency gets it, man. Consistency gets it. And I really thought you had the win at Pocono, but you and Raider kind of getting caught up in it. I wanted to talk to you guys so bad at the end of that one. But that was definitely an ugly race for sure on that, dude. And hate to throw it back to a sore time, but here at least a solid a second place finish, man. This is excellent.
Yeah, I'm tired of robbing for your bumper, but anytime, the team can finish 1, 2, and 3, you take that. You take that every time, so pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially if you guys are possibly looking at Season 3 here with the Racing Revolution League, I'm interested to see what team standings are going to do for that. You know what I mean? If you guys are going to end up being all still as one clutch. If you guys are going to separate, go your own ways, if what kind of points, kind of what ends up happening there. But regardless, bud, last question here, seeing as we're going into an off week. You're still in that throwback scheme, bud. Did the Perrier not do well for you and you're back in the Coors Light?
I throw what I want to. Today I was feeling it. The silver bullet, I thought it fit well. Maybe it gave me some extra speed on track. You never know.
Nice.
All right, Caleb. Give me your shout-outs, bud, and let's get her done.
All right. Thank you first off to Brandon Richardson for sponsoring the race, hosting it. Shout out to his Twitch channel. Hopefully we can get some links going. Oh, you're on YouTube. I shouldn't say that. Uh-oh. No, but anyway, Environmental, Chapman Environmental, Coastal with Nick, all the sponsors that come out do what they do, Butt Kicker. You guys up in the booth as always. Awesome time.
All right, Caleb, awesome time it will be. I'll see you in a couple weeks at Iowa, man. It was definitely bumpy for the guys at the Bikes for Tykes run, so practice up, man, because I'm interested to see how these next gens handle it.
Yeah, I'll get to that after a couple Thanksgiving turkeys. We'll get there.
Oh, man, but turkey makes you lazy.
That's right.
All right, Caleb Gilbert in the number 44. Great job tonight, bud.
Appreciate you.
All right, everybody. Caleb getting it done here. That moves us to our race winner here tonight, Robert Rader. I'd hate to say, of course, but, man, I've talked to him one too many times here, I must say. Definitely for sure. He's got this thing on a rail here tonight. Stella, I got to ask him about that. I got to ask him about that pass, and there's no way around it at this point. I've got to ask him. Robert Rader back in the winner's circle yet again here, bud. Talk to me about that the last couple lap pass here.
Yeah, I mean that
It's
really
like,
wasn't.
which one?
Yeah, that really wasn't what won it. It was pit strategy, really that won the race today. It was so difficult to pass. So, we knew we had to do something a little different. So as a team, we decided we were going to come down and pit with 70 to go. Figured it was an easy shot to go one stop to the finish there. And really, I expected most of the field to come, and nobody came. So at that point, I knew we pretty much had it locked up. And then that late caution kind of threw a wrench in it, and then we had to use the bumper a little bit. But we got through there, and it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, I did want to kind of mention that a little bit. I did notice you guys did offset pit, and you guys came in and were like, holy cow, he's leading, but he's got, almost 20 lap old tires here. But then, you guys pit again and back out, back and forth. Did the cautions help at all here tonight? Kind of letting you kind of recollect back up with the rest of the field?
No, I don't think so. I think our strategy was sound, unless something like happened at a tragically bad time for us, which would have been a really short window. So I wasn't too concerned about that. Really the main thing that helped, I knew I had single car speed, and it was just, you can't go anywhere with how bad the tires are, and it's really hot out of the racetrack today. And we needed to get out and away from everybody else in order to go anywhere. It's like leader can't go anywhere. He has to run pretty hard. Then you have dirty air behind him, and it was all about positioning for the green flag run to get away from those guys, so that we could just run clean laps. And at that point, I don't know what the lap times were looking like, but I assume I was one of the fastest cars in the field at that point. But it was just the whole beginning part of the race was super frustrating for me. Just felt like I was stuck in the middle of those guys, and fortunately, it all fell right to put us in a position to make the pit call that we did.
Yeah, you did seem to fall back there a little bit. I knew you were kind of tumbling in the back of the top 10, but it was still battling there, back and forth. You did have the best time out there on the track with a 30.12. I think that is actually faster than Trevor Earhart's practice numbers yesterday, and faster than Justice Murphy's numbers as well. So right now, I don't know where that speed came from, but you seem to have that extra little jet boost there in the back. Maybe Darrell Waltrip pouring those lead BBs out of the back and then racing.
Yeah, well, I think the cheat code there was that it was the last lap, and I had Caleb right behind me. So,
there we go.
Whenever you have situations like that, you can always find a little extra time. So,
all right.
Just good push from behind there, a little extra motivation, I think.
Yeah, 4 Star Industries. Like I said, you guys came 1, 2, 3, and 10. You got to be happy seeing your team kind of everybody collecting here toward the front, and definitely surrounded by good people, I would say. You're not really pressured as much, but I know Nick Alves needs a win because this pushes you back in front of Trevor Earhart. You were tied with him before, for race wins here. So, obviously you've got it locked down here, bud. You got an off week coming up, and we move to Iowa. How confident you feel in moving into Iowa after the Bikes for Tykes run?
Pretty good. Really fast. It was in trucks, so it's a little different, but it was really fast in the charity race, Bikes for Tykes, there last Thursday. And I've driven these cars around there a little bit, and other than bottoming out, they're not bad. So I think we'll have a little bit of a dirty air issue there in a couple weeks as well. But at least you have a couple of groups to work with that you just don't really have here. Hopefully that makes for some really good racing. But feeling pretty good going into that one.
All right, bud. Well, what a wild race this was, and kind of that last pass toward the end. Those fresh tires helped out immensely for sure. You getting down toward the bottom of Justice Murphy and sliding through. I had to show that. If you go back to the broadcast there, Rob, dude, you guys see it, the angle. That cut was amazing. Even Sean Latin out here in the chat, he says, "Let's go. Nice moves, Rob," and a well-earned dub from the number 53 car tonight. So go ahead and talk to me about the number 53 car here, Rob, and let's get you wrapped in for the night.
Man, I got a long list tonight. So, shout out to Sean, watches all the races. I know he likes to participate in the chat and stuff, so shout out him. And then 4-Star Industries with 1, 2, 3, and 10, like you said. I think that's the first time that we took the whole podium, so that's pretty awesome. Kevin probably should have had a little bit better of a finish than he ended up having. He got kind of run over at the end there, but otherwise maybe we could have had a 1, 2, 3, 4 finish, but just excellent work by the whole team. And so big shout out to 4-Star Industries, and we work better together than I think anybody else out here, so wouldn't be able to do it without them. And then obviously Chapman Environmental Services on the car. They also sponsor the league. They're excellent. Check them out, chapmanes.com, if you need any environmental services. There's a whole long list of them. I can't even pronounce half of them, I bet, so we'll just leave it at that. And then you have Butt Kicker and Ultimate Siding and Gutters also come on board to help us out and do this whole thing. And so big shout out to them. Simtrax, you, Patrick, and Stella, you guys do an excellent job. And really appreciate you guys. And I think that's the list. I made it.
That's it. You got it.
Yeah, I think I got it.
All righty. And our social media guy will make sure he gets all sorts of pictures of you from your burnouts and everything else out here tonight. Raider, fantastic job tonight, bud. That 53 Ford. Once again, bud, back here in the winner's circle. I'm just blown away here what you got done, man. Fantastic job, and I'll see you in a couple weeks here, bud.
All right, I appreciate it. Enjoy your off week.
Yeah, I guess so. Bye, bud. All right, Robert Raider there, everybody. You got it done here tonight. Definitely a pile drive through toward the end of this. This is something to see here, Stella. Really just day after day after day, and week after week, he seems to get the wins here. Trevor Earhart says I kind of suck up the Raider too much, but when he's in the winner's circle just about every other week, it's hard not to.
It is.
All right. Well, I will see you guys actually a couple weeks from now for the Racing Revolution League, that is. You'll actually see me tomorrow if you see the Xfinity League with the Coast to Coast as well. And then I'll be on Saturday with the Graceland Shootout Series. Next time you will see us here at the Racing Revolution League, it will be November 30th at Iowa for the Echo Electric 200. Obviously, that is going to be sponsored there, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, by Tay McDonald, who unfortunately ended up in the 19th spot here tonight. Let's run through our top guys. Raider, Gilbert, Alves, 1, 2, and 3. Alex Berube with a close finish in 4th. James Loveland 5th. Travis Gilbert in the 341 came 6th, up 14 positions, not too bad. Justice Murphy in 7th. Grant Thorpe 8th. John Fike came 9th. Kevin Orlando came 10th. Parker Johnston in 11th. Michael Bennett in 12th. Brandon Richardson in 13th. Logan Romney 14th. And Scott Negus 15th. Jeremy Burns came 16th. 17th is Adam Bowden. Chad Lancaster came 18th. 19th is Tay McDonald. Jacob Sirkovich in 20th. David Buell in 21st. Tony Rowdy Richardson down in 22nd. And Trevor Earhart, unfortunately, in the final place of 23rd. Quick shout out there here toward the end. $20 to the winner went to Robert Raider. The other $20 here to a random driver who finished the race highest on the chart. From what I'm reading here so far, if I'm not mistaken, Parker Johnson is our race winner here for the rest of the piece here. Yes, Parker Johnston in the number 48 machine, who placed 11th, will win a $20 deal here for competing here tonight. So excellent job by him. So not only Parker Johnson get a little bit extra dough, but hopefully this will help him out to show at least the appreciation for him showing out here tonight, and my appreciation for you guys showing up here at Simtrax Broadcasting and the Racing Revolution League. Don't forget to check out B Rich. That's B, all capitals, B_RITCHHH. And you can find him on Twitch and give him a quick shout out. And SCR, of course, Stanfield Racing Team out there as well. Guys, appreciate you joining us here. Patrick Morrison in the booth with Simtrax Broadcasting. Stella, appreciate you having me here again. I know I will see you soon, especially, I believe, for the big show here in a couple of weeks.
That is true, on Sunday.
All righty, everybody, and we will catch back up with you later. And be well, be safe, be kind. Bye, guys.